All right, so we are going to do is we're going to take this door off and we're going to put this door on. So I rattle canned the paint last night, and I bought this was my second can from purchasing it from this place here, local place in Florida. So that's the correct paint code, and I think it came out pretty good. Feels good, but you know what? Let's take a look at this one, and then I'm going to open the car up, and let's take a look on the inside of there, and see how this compares to the inside of there. So their paint is much smoother, much more shinier than my paint. I wonder if they use a different clear. No. Let's get a rag. I never cleaned. All right. I don't know if you're gonna want to watch this, but let's just see the difference here. How that looks compared to how this looks. Yeah, I know I'm not a professional. Do I go through all the trouble of putting this door together, or do I tell him to sand and paint the door? Maybe my clear coat is just not shiny enough. You know, maybe I need more clear coat. Think I should put another clear coat on it? We could. What's the worst can happen, right? But then it still would have, I think it will still have the same appearance. But all right, I already wasted 3.5 minutes. Let's go through all the trouble, and I mean, if you look at this door, from the damage that's on this door, look how good this door shuts. Still shuts perfect. The problem is that it's bent here, right? It's bent there, here. The amount of time and energy it would take for the body guy to fix this door, I'm thinking that the labor would be more than it would have to be. And looking at the lines, without being pushed there, this would have to be, gap would have to be tighter once this is pulled out. So that's a scary position, but Don't know. Do not know. All right, we come back. All right, we're back. We're back. So, 4 bolts, 12 millimeter here, 2 bolts, 8 millimeter here. Pop this out of the frame. I could have left this one in, but it gave me a little more room. So this could have stayed in right there, right, like that. Pop this out of the frame, and then you unplug this connector by squeezing these guys here, squeeze, and then rotate. Now your door's apart. So let's get the table out, put everything systematically on a table. Then we will actually, let's put the table over here. So we'll take everything from this here onto the table and then transfer it into there. Interesting. All right, back door panels off. So you have the bolts around the border, the bolt that's in the door hinge there, and the bolt on these doors. You got a bolt here, a bolt there, a bolt there, and then around the border. Now we got the door panel out. I got the mirror off. I took the speaker out. I got to take this protective covering off, and then I'm laying out all my screws. So now I'll take this piece off with the razor blade. So I'll cut the black underneath there, and then when I put it back on, it will just glue itself back together. So let's get in there, and then we're gonna do is transfer the window regulator window into this door. All right, into that door, not to this door. There's no door here. This door to this door. Yeah, I know. I have a terrible cameraman. I understand that. All right, glass is out. Glass is just held on with 2 bolts, one in this box here and one in that box there. And you'll see that they have a little rubber piece in the middle. So when you tighten it this way, it just clamps it. I should put the thing back in. Honestly, I should put it back in when it's apart. Let's do that. Okay, so these moldings just clip on. This is the inside one, and the outer one, this goes into the back by the outer part of the door, and then you lay it to the front towards the mirror. Okay, so now we got this transferred, 2 10 millimeter socket nuts. Transfer that. Let's transfer the this front rubber, I believe, goes all the way around to here as one piece. So let's figure how to get that out without ruining it. All right, so the door is getting emptier. So the hardest part is this section here, getting this separated. This thing breaks, unfortunately, and I don't have any others, and I can't get this out no matter how hard I squeeze it. Can't get this out. All right, so now 27. This is just a window guide. This bolt here and this bolt here, the little window guide back here. These 3 and the 2 10s will have to do with the lock mechanism. All right, so now we're doing window regulator. Window regulator is 1 2 3 4 5 3 5 7 screws. So let's get that out and transfer it, and I'll come back. All right, we're getting closer. So I got the window back in. I did clean it a little. I got the wiring harness plugged back in. I got this into there for the door handle. This is sitting here, but this piece here broke because I can't get it out. I'm going to try to get this one out, but I don't see it for happening, to be honest with you. And this door is totally stripped. The only thing I didn't have is a sticker. It has a VIN number on it. Lava red, wet, Mustang GT coupe. So this was an original door. So So probably I'll do is I'll have the guy take the this rubber molding off, right? And that rubber molding off, and have him just spray the inside of the door. I don't know, we'll see. It's not a show car, you know, it's not a show car, so I was just gonna make it a driver. So what else is next? We got to put the plastic piece back in, and then we got to do speaker and mirror. Okay, we're getting there. Let's do the mirror. All right, and after much scrutiny, I was able to get this out and put it in this one here, and now my door lock piece won't move. All right, so everything is backed the way it should be. This gooey stuff will stick when it needs to stick after the door panel's on, and it gets some heat. All the wiring looms have went back into the correct positions. So now, last but not least, is the door panel. Mirror is on, bolted in, powered up. This is for the switch, but we got to put that guy on first. Even though it's going to make the door heavier to put on, I'd rather have it all complete. So let's get this on, and we've been dragging this on for hours. All right, door panel's in. You got your bolts here. Make sure you put your wire so you can put your plug in for your window switch, and then you got your bolt here. So on this one here, this one has a little piece that goes there, clips in, hides that. This one has a door switch, which, so let's see if I can do it one-handed. Probably not. Come on, guy. There you go. So the back is broken off. Okay, interesting. And the front, maybe the back just holds in with that. Okay, we can put that tape. They must have had like some double-sided tape in there to keep movement or something. All right, nothing perfect. And then this little guy here goes under, under the door handle, like that. Door handle cable, and if anybody noticed, the cable is underneath the plastic, so I had to move the cable above the plastic, and I had to put the plug for this out. So now, let's say here's the keys for the door. Door is open. Door is locked. So the mechanism works. So now, last but not least, so we don't break the key, is we got to take all these number screws, and I think it's a 7 socket, and they go around the border here. So you have one goes here, one goes there, blah blah blah. So let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, and just like that, so all the screws are back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And honestly, the door doesn't look that bad for being painted by a rattle can and a clear coat. Here, I mean, yeah, you can see that it's not as shiny, right? I'm more dull than that. So we have two solutions. We can have the body guy take this molding off right here and just spray that, or we can just be like, guess what? No one's gonna see this. Oh my God, we forgot the last part. The last part, the most important part of the whole job, is to put the unbroken, which is amazing, because these tabs here where my fingers are always break. Back on the door. And then let's get it on the car. So 3 hours to transfer everything over, and that is really 3 hours of not having to pay the body guy to do the job. So that's why I did it. So it cost me 75 bucks for paint, and it cost me 3 hours of my time, and it cost me a door. I think I paid $100 for this door, and it cost me about 5 hours of sanding this door, prepping it to get it paint ready. So you know what, I'm okay with that. And honestly, I would drive this car primer dent with no problem, because I don't gotta prove anything to anybody. I don't gotta impress anybody, you know. No one's SMD for me, you know, so what does it matter? But the thing is that this car is fast, which is unusual. So next thing to do is take it to a Mustang place and find out what's the deal under the hood. All right, so those 275s are no traction at all. They're tired. So I'm gonna try 285 4019 or 285 3519. We'll see. But these are Pirellis, not my favorite. So if you're a Pirelli fan, sorry. So let's get this door mounted. So the next thing will be is we'll plug it back together, and then we'll hang the door, and then we'll bolt the door in. I should take the fender off, but I'm not going through that trouble. All right, this is where we're gonna have to end it. So, in my infinite wisdom of putting it back together, I can't get the window to go up. I got no power. So now I have to take it apart again to see if I plugged in the harness that goes here correctly, and I'm just running out of time. So hopefully, I mean, it looks better. Door looks better. Much better than the damaged one. So let's see how long this light's gonna stay on. Might have to open up the other door. Oh, it's still on. I don't even know why I'm leaving the camera on. All right, guys, we're gonna end it here. I gotta figure out why it's not working. All right, new day. Just got in the garage, and we are gonna complete this video up. If you're still hanging out, let's take a quick look. So I had to take the fender off because there's no way to access the plug that connects to the door from the inside of the car. And I couldn't get power last night to any of the electronics in the car because I must have not have plugged in the harness correctly. So now I came in, I took the fender off, and yeah, it doesn't, you can see that I'm not perfectly lined up, but this bracket in the middle here needs to be bent so it pushes in to bring the fender in. So that's the body guy's job. So he'll take the fender and the door off, jam everything better than I did it, and he'll fix this damage here. So now we're just down to this last panel as being damaged in the car. And this is what the front looks like now. Door, replacement door is on. Okay, looking pretty good. Opens and closes good. Window goes up like it should, and it doesn't make any noise, and I think the hinges were good. So I call that a win. And the door went together good, correctly, as it should. So the next time I'll do this, I'll suggest leave this door off and take your front fender off, because it's a heck of a lot easier to hang the door with the front fender off, and then you can hang the front fender. Front fender is 2 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4 on top, 1 in the front, and then the 2 for the front bumper screws. and that's it. So it's very simple. Now that shuts nice. For a car that, on this side of the car, that door shuts pretty good. So yeah, my body line here will be fixed, and this body line here needs to go up a little. So the body guy, like I pulled down on the fender here when I put it back on. So now we can probably loosen these two and let it come up a little to give me that little bit of alignment that we need right here. But yeah, that's door replacement in the broken down garage for the broken down Mustang. So broken down Mustang is coming together, and it is not looking that bad. I mean, I could drive it like this. And the lower control arm was loose. I never tightened it all up, so I tightened that up while I was there. I had a little bit of play in that when I was checking it yesterday. So that's good. So let's wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out, and let's see what's going to be on our next project.